The hour is late. The house has gone quiet. A glass of water sits half-finished on the kitchen counter, and a pair of shoes rests near the back door where they were kicked off after a long day. Somewhere in the warm dark outside, something moves across the ground, not in a web, not in a burrow, but out in the open, walking with purpose. It finds a gap beneath the door frame, a slim crevice between the threshold and the tile, and slips inside. By morning, it will be tucked behind a curtain or folded into the toe of a boot, utterly still. This is the Brazilian wandering spider, and entering homes is not an accident. It is simply what the spider does. The Brazilian wandering spider belongs to the genus Phoneutria, a name drawn from the Greek word for murderous. There are roughly 8 recognized species in this genus, all native to Central and South America, with the highest concentration found throughout Brazil. The 2 species most frequently involved in human encounters are Phoneutria nigriventer and Phoneutria fera. They are large spiders with leg spans that can reach up to 15 centimeters, and they carry a distinctive defensive posture. When threatened, a wandering spider lifts its front legs high into the air, exposing the dark warning markings on the underside of its first 2 pairs of legs. It is a gesture that says, plainly and without ambiguity, that the spider would prefer not to be touched. What separates this spider from most others that humans encounter is embedded in its common name. It wanders, unlike orb weavers, which build elaborate webs and wait, or trapdoor spiders, which line burrows with silk and ambush prey that stumbles past. The Brazilian wandering spider is an active nocturnal hunter. It does not construct a web for catching food. Instead, it roams the forest floor after dark, stalking insects, small lizards, and even mice. Its eyesight is relatively poor for a hunter, but it compensates with extraordinary sensitivity to vibration and movement. It moves with a deliberate, almost methodical gait, covering significant ground over the course of a single night. When dawn approaches, the spider seeks shelter, a fallen log, a bundle of dead leaves, a cluster of banana fronds, any dark, tight space where it can rest undisturbed through the bright and dangerous hours of daylight. This is precisely the behavior that brings it into conflict with people. In the regions where wandering spiders are common, human dwellings often border the forest or sit within agricultural land carved out of it. A house is, from the spider's perspective, an exceptionally attractive shelter. It is warm, it is dark in the right places, and it is full of crevices. The spider does not seek out human homes with any intent. It does not know what a house is. It simply follows the same instinct that drives it toward a hollow log or a pile of brush. A gap under a door, a cracked window frame, or a drainage pipe offers easy passage. Once inside, the spider behaves exactly as it would in the forest. It finds a concealed resting spot and settles in. Closets, piles of clothing left on the floor, shoes, boxes, and the spaces behind furniture all serve this purpose. The spider enters almost exclusively at night, during its active hunting period, which is why so many encounters happen in the morning, when a person reaches for something the spider has claimed as its daytime refuge. The venom of the Brazilian wandering spider is among the most potent of any spider in the world, a fact that has earned it repeated inclusion in lists of the planet's most dangerous arachnids. The venom is a complex cocktail of neurotoxins, primarily PHTX3, which interferes with sodium-ion channels in nerve cells. In a severe envenomation, this can lead to intense pain at the bite site, followed by inflammation, sweating, irregular heartbeat, elevated or dangerously lowered blood pressure, and in rare cases, respiratory paralysis. The vast majority of bites, however, do not result in severe symptoms. Studies from Brazilian poison control centers have shown that a significant percentage of confirmed wandering spider bites are classified as mild, producing localized pain and swelling that resolve within 24 to 48 hours. In many cases, the spider delivers what is known as a dry bite, injecting little or no venom at all. Deaths from wandering spider bites are exceptionally rare and occur almost exclusively in very young children or individuals who do not receive medical attention. An effective antivenom exists and is widely available in Brazilian hospitals. The reality of living alongside these spiders is far more ordinary than the sensationalized reputation might suggest. In cities like Campinas, Sao Paulo, and throughout the Atlantic forest region, encounters with wandering spiders are a seasonal fact of life, peaking during the warmer and wetter months between October and March, when the spiders are most active and mating behavior drives them to cover even greater distances. Residents in these areas learn a set of practical habits that become second nature. Shaking out shoes before putting them on, checking behind curtains and inside cupboard corners, keeping clothing off the floor, and sealing gaps around doors and windows. These are not dramatic survival measures. They are small, routine adjustments, no different in spirit from checking for ticks after a walk in tall grass or watching for snakes on a wooded trail. Outdoor lighting near doorways can actually attract insects, which in turn attract the hunting spiders. So many experienced residents keep exterior lights off at night or use yellow spectrum bulbs that are less appealing to the prey insects the spiders follow indoors. What makes the Brazilian wandering spider genuinely remarkable is not the danger it poses, which is statistically modest, but the window it opens into a different way of being a spider. Most spiders are ambush predators or trappers, bound to a single location by their silk. The wandering spider abandoned that strategy entirely. It is a roamer, a ground-level predator that covers its territory on foot, and this lifestyle makes it one of the very few spiders that routinely crosses the boundary between the wild and the domestic. It does not invade. It drifts, following scent trails of prey and gradients of warmth and humidity, and sometimes that drift carries it through a crack in a wall and into a kitchen where someone has left the light off. There is something almost philosophical in the encounter. Two creatures sharing a space, each wholly unaware of the other's interior life, one asleep in a bed and the other asleep in a boot below it. The spider asks for nothing but a dark corner and a few hours of stillness. The human asks only not to be startled in the morning. When both get what they need, the spider slips back out the following night and continues its ancient, aimless walk through the dark, and the person never knows it was there at all.